Yes, guys, everything bite-sized here. I'm going to read a Reddit thread that's supposed to be quite scary. It's a bit long, but let's experience this together. Right, it's called The Bridge. This is, parentheses, was going to be short, but the memory sprung into my mind a couple days back and I thought it would be worth sharing. I live in North Wales, UK. For anyone who has had the pleasure of visiting, it truly is a beautiful place to live, though, for an adolescent boy, it is certainly lacking in things to do. As a result, my friends and I would often find ourselves mindlessly exploring areas of countryside and coastline. Despite it being quite sparsely populated in comparison to the closest cities, there is a dual carriageway running right along the coast from Wales into England. Also, train tracks run alongside the road for most of its course, occasionally passing overhead via a small cement bridge. Anyway, there was one night a few years ago when about four of us randomly decided to try and explore the inside of one of these bridges, as one of the group had observed a manhole cover nearby, which we believed to be the entrance. On closer inspection, we discovered that several tools would be needed in order to gain entry. We returned with the necessary equipment and proceeded to unbolt the cover. This sounds very ominous, as a side note. This is sounding bad already. Anyway, this had to be done stealthily as the train track was right beside us, not close enough to be of any danger, but definitely a sufficiently small distance to cause panic for any train driver, and panic usually means police. It wasn't long before we had removed the heavy steel disc and had started descending the ladder down into the structure. Once we had all safely reached the bottom, we decided to progress to the other side. At this point, we are totally confined into the narrow space that leads into the main area. If you are confused as to what the hell this bridge is supposed to be, you probably should be, because it was rather peculiar. I mean, I would never have known there was even an inside had we not found the manhole. So as we squeeze and crouch, and at one point scrape along our bellies, to the other side of the structure there is a growing sense of claustrophobia between us. The distance from end to the other is surprisingly long, but by the halfway point you can look down through narrow gaps and onto the motorway below. By the way, a motorway is a freeway, I think, what you Americans call it. Anyway, this was actually pretty cool, which helped keep us calm in a strange way. At this point, apart from the mild discomfort and confinement, we were still just a group of guys on an adventure. This was about to change dramatically. Ooh. No more than a few meters beyond halfway, parentheses, which we could tell due to the symmetry of the passageways through the bridge. One of us claimed they could see some object in the distance at the far end. Slightly hesitantly, we agreed to investigate. Bad move. I reached the end first, and let me tell you, I've never felt the same sense of dread before or since. In front of me was a single fold-away chair, positioned facing a wall. On the wall was a partially torn page from a newspaper or a magazine, showing a fully naked lady in an erotic position. The reason I don't just refer to it as porn is because something was different about it. I can't put my finger on it, but it seemed more sinister than sexy, if that makes any sense. More disturbingly, the eyes of the woman on display had been cut out from the page. Wow, that's a really bad sign. I would be out of there straight away. That's some psycho shit, man. Anyway, removed with precision, not just hastily ripped off. Wow, so someone has carefully removed this picture of a naked lady and cut the eyes out. That's not good, man. Anyway, continuing. The scene that lay before us had rendered us completely speechless, and an overpowering sense of panic could be felt collectively. This was when we found the condom. What? The horrendous, gut-wrenching, blood-drenched condom. Blood. Oh, man, that's not good. That could mean any number of things, a blood-drenched condom. I'm not going to get into what that could mean, because one, I don't want to, and two, to be honest, I think that would make my YouTube video, that YouTube wouldn't like that. Anyway, I think you think you can use your own imagination. The horrendous, gut-wrenching, blood-drenched condom. Oh man, that's so bad. Especially considering the picture. Anyway, needless to say, we got the fuck out of there as fast as humanly possible, smashing our knees and shins against the sharp cement edges that lined the path to the ladder by which we had entered. Of course, we were all praying to God that the manhole hadn't been resealed, as it was impossible to tell until you reached the ladder itself. Oh yeah, because if the manhole was sealed back, they wouldn't be able to get out. That oh, do you know what? If you oh, that's not good. Then because then the only person that's gonna come and open it is the psycho that has the blood-soaked condom and the picture with the eyes cut out. So they could have been trapped in there until he came, or they could have starved to death, or like died from dehydration. Anyway, I'll carry on. This is bad. I don't. This is bad to be honest. But anyway, I thought I'd switch it up and do something other than comedic stuff. So let's go. Thankfully, the exit route was clear, and we promptly dashed as far away as our legs could carry us. Yeah, no shit. I'm sure this ending comes as a disappointment to some of you reading this, as we parentheses luckily never bumped into the twisted individual who sits in that chair. Thank God, man. If that's some scary shit, man. Anyway. But I must stress how radically out of the norm that was given where I live. The reason I mentioned the population earlier was with purpose. There is easily enough people here to escape the realms of, quote, crazy country folk, yet nowhere near enough people to have someone clearly lose grip on society without somebody taking notice. For example, there was literally only one homeless man who everyone in the area knew and grew fond of, eventually resulting in a mass gathering at his funeral when he passed away. Oh, that's really sad, man. I've known homeless people who have passed away from like alcoholism and that. The thing is every place I've lived, homeless people are treated like shit for the most part. I've been homeless myself, and it was during winter. It was horrible. And when someone treats you nice and doesn't look down at you, it's such a blessing when they sit there and talk to you like that you're a normal person, and they'll get you a cup of tea or coffee or McDonald's, and you know what, that makes the day good for a homeless person. Just little things like that. Anyway, I'll carry on. I sometimes think, though, not recently, as I had more or less forgotten about that night entirely. Yeah, he's probably because he blocked it out of his mind, like trauma. Anyway, I keep saying anyway, about the person who climbs down into that bridge and navigates through the darkness to sit facing a wall and do God knows what that ends up with a condom full of blood. You honestly couldn't envision a more surreal situation. I mean, like, yeah, it is surreal, but there's plenty of other adjectives that I could use to describe that situation. Continuing, it's just come to my realization that what we unearthed that night has not once been uttered to another soul. As a naive teenager, it was the type of thing you just wanted to forget. Thinking about it, we probably should have let the police or at least someone know about what was down there, because it wasn't the doings of a healthy-minded individual. Yeah, man, no shit. So there you have it. Apologies for the length. I got a little carried away as it was my first LNM post, and I wanted to make the reading experience as similar to the reality as I could. Now I'm a few years older and hopefully a bit braver, I'm considering going down there again, accompanied of course, to see what fucked up shit might be waiting. Okay, that's just fucking stupid. Like, once you see something like that, you stay the fuck away. I wouldn't, do you know what, if I saw something like that, I wouldn't even be by the bridges and motorway and shit that they're walking around. That's fucked. Anyway, this could well happen in the next couple of days, and rest assured I will 100% post an update, as I currently have no job, so time is plentiful. Thanks for reading. Then edit. As promised, here are the photos from the return visit. Oi, I'm not even going to link the photos. I'm not even going to look at the photos, man. It's probably cursed. Like that video, The Ring, like some shit like that. You look at the photos and you get like attacked or something, or haunted. Anyway, as promised, here are the photos from the return visit. We went early evening, so there was still plenty of light, and as a result I have decided to use a simple filter on most of the outdoor shots, simply to reduce the light and give it the eeriness it deserves. Unfortunately, I hadn't adequately conveyed my plans to those accompanying me, and they had presumed I just wanted to check out the small area before the entrance to the passageways, as they had been there before. When I expressed my wishes to navigate through the bridge, they instantly noped the fuck out of there, as you can imagine. Yeah, because they're sensible and you're stupid, mate. I was massively disappointed. Mate, it's better being massively disappointed than massively dead. Anyway, and not just dead, like something would happen that will cause a blood-filled condom before you die. And potentially something would happen to your eyes as well. Anyway, I don't want to go into that because that's some psycho shit. I hope to go back soon with a different bunch of guys, but I can't promise when. What is this? This kid is crazy, man. Like, he must be really bored, like, or he's into some dark shit himself, because he seems like he's infatuated with this creepy shit. Anyway, perhaps if everyone who would like to see the return visit just leave a single comment saying update, I could reply to you individually so you don't have to keep checking back. Just wait for a message. Just a thought. Either way, the pictures are definitely worth your time! Exclamation mark. Thanks again, guys. Smiley face. Okay, there's something wrong with this kid who wrote this post. I'll tell you what, the OP, there's something wrong with this geezer. Like, this isn't how normal people think and react to situations like that. That situation would traumatize me for life, and I would absolutely never go even near that again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that. There's another post, The Bridge Revisited. It's linked in an edit. Here are the pictures taken from last night's return to the bridge. This will be the last time I venture down there. Thanks for reading. I hope you enjoy. ... What? Enjoy? I don't even have any words. Do you know what? I'm gonna go on the post, The Bridge Revisited, because you know, it just makes sense. But my internet's being really slow, so I'm gonna have to like have a vape and that while I wait for it to load. I'm rendering a video on my computer. It's a really good one. It's really long. It's like 40 minutes long or something. Do you know what? I don't even know if I want to like. Okay, like, it's loaded. It. It's loading. The Bridge Revisited, and it's not safe for work content. Well, that's pretty fucking obvious because this is some fucked up shit. This is like some Silence of the Lambs or American Psycho or Jeffrey Dahmer. This is some weird shit. I'm just waiting for the post to load. It's a short post. For any of you guys who missed the original post, you can find it here. Early yesterday evening, a friend and I decided to embark on the revisit to this awful place in the hope of finding some remnants of the twisted scene that had been stumbled upon several years ago. We were not disappointed. If anything, it was even worse than I had imagined. Aside from what you will see in the photos, the general environment within the bridge structure is practically uninhabitable. Parentheses, as it as bloody well should be, and stomach churning to say the least. The amount of dust in the passageways is actually quite unbearable, but that is nothing compared to the constant stench that must be endured. That sounds like a body is down there, man. That would be the perfect place to hide a body as well. Oh no, that's not good. Why are they down there, man? Are they crazy? Like, they're as crazy as whoever's doing that crazy. Anyway, also, the heat didn't help the situation either. Yeah, there's probably a body down there, mate. Anyway, I won't ramble on, but I must express how vulnerable you feel when navigating through the tunnels. Even, mate, if someone forced me to go down the tunnels or paid me like £1 million, I would be tooled up to the max with like machetes and crossbows. Like, there's no, I bet they, oh man, they're stupid. Even with the two of us both carrying appropriate weapons. Oh, okay, so they are carrying weapons. Even with two of us both carrying appropriate weaponry, the sense of, quote, evil was overpowering. The tension is amplified tenfold by the fact that, had we encountered someone or something, the layout of the structure and the multiple tight squeezes mean a safe, speedy exit is nigh on impossible. It truly is a hellhole. Without further ado, here is what lies in the bridge. Enjoy ... And it's basically a link, I think, to the pictures, which I am not looking at, let alone putting on this video. Anyway, I want to say I hope you enjoyed this video, but it's creepy. I feel weird putting a call to action at the end of this video, but yeah, subscribe if you want. Subscribe because I'm usually doing funny shit, yeah, not shit like this. Yeah, I will do some more shit like this, but I'm usually do funny shit. So subscribe if you want some more Reddit posts over footage of me playing games, or check out my shorts or my music videos. I've been Everything Bite Sized. Thank you very much.